This is WIBW Channel 13, Topeka, Kansas. Topeka man caught removing catalytic converter from a church bus. A church bus? I mean, the bus was owned by a church, so you're stealing from a church. Man, WIBW, this is July 20th. Yesterday, Topeka man is facing charges that he was caught trying to steal a catalytic converter from a church bus. Anyway, I'm not going to mention his name, but it's got 39-year-old. That was him there of Topeka. He was arrested Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday, officials said an officer was patrolling the area of Southwest 12th Street and Southwest Fairlawn Avenue when they noticed this guy underneath a bus parked in the First Lutheran Church parking lot. When the police officer pulled up, he fled on foot. He was located a short time later and taken into custody. He faces multiple charges, including theft of between $1,500 and $25,000 and criminal damage to property, trying to flee, and attempt to elude. So, we have had numerous reports here on the Camo Dave channel from nomads, from Dave 2D to Dawn, van life, both of them in the San Francisco area, where I think this is probably more common than other places, of people trying to steal people actually stealing catalytic converters from their vehicles. They can then take them and go to recycling places, and they do have some metals in them, and they can get money for that. It seems to be higher profile vehicles, though, like, you know, we're talking about Honda Elements, which is what Dave 2D had. I think he still has it. And of course, Dawn of Van Life, Dawn's box truck, right? So they both had to deal with all that because, San Francisco has all those emissions requirements, and you can't just drive around with a cat converter there. Anyway, so this is a coast to coast kind of a problem, especially if you have a vehicle that is up higher, where it's easier for someone to get in and quickly use the little snippy tools or whatever to take those catalytic converters off. If your car's lower to the ground, like a lot of sportsy cars, it's probably harder to remove the catalytic converter unless you put the car on a lift or something. But anyway, so he's going to court, charged. I asked Google here what cars are most likely to have their cat converters stolen. Honda Jazz, Toyota Prius, Toyota Auris, and Lexus RX of all generations and ages. The Japanese cars are what the thieves seem to want. I don't know, but what the heck. Prius is a pretty low to the ground car, though, so I don't know, man. Maybe it's, who knows? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Got a new one from Blue Van Dam. They're driving through the muddy waters of the monsoons there in Arizona. They get, in the summer times, they get those monsoonal flows, so in between all the fires and heat, they get these flooding rains and washing mudslides, and ugh. Anyway, Arizona. Anyway, he is there at the, looks like, see by the gravel there on the ground there, I can kind of tell that's the property. Pandaland. Anyway, he is busy building out his bus. He bought that big Schoolie. And anyway, more from BVD. I don't know if you can even see that. There it is. It's a hornet. Montana Dana was attacked by a gigantic bug. There it is. It doesn't look like it's attacking her. It just wants to get out. Clickbait. Come on. Attacked by a giant bug. And then we get horses in this, which are cool. And we get some really cute puppies later in the video. So it is definitely worth 14 minutes of your time. Nice things about being a flight attendant and is that you get to fly all over the place. And this is Samantha Olmsted from Greece. Beautiful blue skies there and beautiful summer temperatures and some nice fresh drinks, right? Ah, yes. Oh no, she did not drive her van to Greece. She's still over stateside, waiting for her when she comes back. Letters. By Pinkerton says, I'm guessing these nomad channels are a business, so why would anyone want to stop Camo Dave's free advertising? Who cares if there are negative comments? You just get credit for how many, not if they're all positive yet. You know, that is so true. They always say that in the media business. It's not whether there's, you know, good or bad things said about you. The worst thing is no one's talking about you. That when you're being ignored and no one's mentioning you, then you're in trouble. But if they're saying stuff about you, positive and or negative, then everything's cool. You know, and again, a lot of people, Nomad channels, like me talking about them, and they don't mind some of the negative criticism that pops up in the comments. But you know, some of these people, I guess, as they get, you know, they get bigger heads. Their heads swell up, and they get giant egos. And how dare you say anything about me? That, you know, it's like, you know, they want to completely control the flow of comments, and you see this with a lot of people in the media business, you know, and they kind of lose touch with reality, that it's a free country and you have the right to criticize. RV Lover says Chrome gets angry on the comments in his videos. He just posted a comment and said he was angry and that he was defending himself. Okay, so Chrome and the dog, you know, Chrome, Van City Van Life, he should have been prepared when he's taking his bulldog out in an unair-conditioned vehicle to carry a couple jugs of water with him, okay, just in case the dog gets overheated. Is that too much to ask? You know, he made a big deal like, whoa, you know, I don't know. Chrome has no one but himself to blame in that one. You know, he knows that bulldogs don't do well in the heat. Always have a couple jugs of water there. And, or leave, I don't know. It's just, there was a bunch of holes in the story, and a lot of people pointed that out. And I guess Chrome, he wasn't controlling the narrative as well as he thought he should have. Tasmod says nothing is more nicer than a flush toilet. That's right. What does Joni Mitchell say? You don't know what you've got till it's gone. People take their flush toilets for granted, and then all of a sudden they're in a situation where they don't have one, and then they went, holy crap, literally. Hollybeth says Camden, New Jersey is the hometown of Kelly Ripa. Fun fact, I once met Kelly Ripa way, way before she met Regis and made millions. She is even more beautiful in person and was very sweet. Now we were talking about Camden because Lamont at Large, Black Bigelow, is there in Camden, New Jersey, which is just across the river from Philadelphia there in New Jersey. And I lived near there, okay? Camden County, we were over in Gloucester County to the south, and I spent many years growing up there in that area. But Camden used to be a really nice place, and it is really, like a lot of Jersey inner city towns, has really gone down the toilet. Kind of sad. It's not a kind of place you want to go walking around after dark by yourself. No. RV Daydream says years ago we had to have someone run into our pickup truck and totaled it. The insurance company gave us money and allowed us to buy back our truck. However, we had to declare the truck as a salvaged vehicle with a license bureau, and then we had to go through the process of getting it inspected to put it back on the road. Looking back, the hassle was not worth it. So people are giving some advice there to Seven. You know, he has the problem now with his truck that got stolen. They've recovered it, but now Geico, the insurance company, wants to total it. But they do have a buyback with him. That the problem is now you're going to get a title with salvaged on it, and it's going to lose its value. And if there's electronics in it that are busted, they can, there's a reason why Geico wants to total it. Okay, even though when it runs, the AC runs, but still the electronics look like they're fried or something like that. A lot of people are recommending that Seven not buy back the vehicle. And, get whatever payout he can get from the insurance company, and then take his GoFundMe money, $12K, and go buy something else. I think that's the general consensus. He agrees. I was an insurance adjuster for most of my career, and Seven Wanders the World is very unwise to buy back that truck for a lot of reasons. That the truck will never be the same. You can expect only trouble from it, and now he has no recourse, as he will have only liability coverage, I guess because an insurance company will not put collision coverage and whatever on a salvaged vehicle. I say take the money and run, get another vehicle. He'll be better off in the long run. We'll just call him CD. I don't know. Seven needs to stop wearing black. That flurry of beard stuff all over his shirt is. That's why I don't wear black. Okay, you do get like beard stuff gets all down on your shirt. You can't see it with a white shirt. That's why I always wear a white shirt. All right, we got a lot of people talking about Element Van Life. Nate's new video there. She's quitting van life. A lot of negative comments. You don't see that many negative comments on an Element Van Life video usually. That's his girlfriend Shannon, and she's quitting van life. She's, well, kind of not. Apparently she's got a job lined up in like the West Coast somewhere, and she'll be leaving for a while to do that. But apparently a lot of people are complaining about the clickbaity titles. You make great content and your fans will click regardless of, they want you honest. Yeah. You don't need to clickbait to get views, but he got, how many views of this? 19K, which is pretty good for him. I don't know, man. Everybody does it. But apparently everybody thinks Element Van Life is honest and he shouldn't do these clickbaity things, No! Ryan says, oh man, for once, Element Van Life's latest video has more dislikes than Dramatic Fanatic's latest video. I never thought that would happen. Squirrelbait says, CVK, I guess, who's that? Is always changing his mind and just can't be happy with one vehicle for very long. I think he's on number 14 now. I do agree. He changes vehicles a lot. Anyway, yeah. That is true. And then, of course, there's always having to put the solar panels on. And you see all these people, they constantly getting new vehicles, and then they got to fix them up, got the big TV, got this, got the bed up there, got the fridge in there, got solar panels up, and then they get it all fixed up, and they get rid of it and get another vehicle and go through the whole procedure over and over and over again.